Aloha, folks. Another installment, and it's going to be one of the last in this place. Just making a change from our usual place. It is our final night here in Cherniwsko. We just had the traditional Saturday night Dark Eros ritual, which is inviting every participant in groups of four to devise and rehearse and perform a what was it called? A scenario, basically. So, in keeping with the theme, the genre is something that embodies the energy of Dark Eros. So, in this case, for simplification, it is themes that involve a transformation of revelation, something that was hidden, hence the dark theme or topic, that becomes apparent, or anything kinky, or with animals, something that's off the beaten path in terms of sensuality and eroticism. Four groups, and call me cocky, but I just knew it was going to be amazing, and there was no exception. They were all beautiful, and for me, it felt like of the four groups, two of them had a ritualistic theme. There was a ritualistic vibe to it. It's not that they were rituals; they were, amazingly elaborate, dramatic presentations. Considering they only had a couple of hours to even, digest the idea that this is what they're being asked to do for tonight. And then, getting it together and performing it, and it was amazing. Just so gorgeous. So two had this ritualistic vibe to it, and two had a folkloric vibe. And you know how much I love drama and theatre, and paired with this Dark Eros learning, there's so much in it. So another thing that I'm here to share about is they say that if you're on the path of self-development and self-discovery, and especially of service, and so if your work or your life involves connecting with others in a sense of community building, then there are endless lists of things that feel like they need to be done or that need doing in order to move ahead. And yet it's true in nature that there are things to be done, and yet there are so many things that are already done and, worthy of being celebrated and acknowledged. So, a long winded way of saying celebrate your wins, no matter how small or large. And today I have a win that I'd love to share, and it was just the fact that I kind of feel like it was spontaneously. Anyway, to me, it was without warning when our good teacher, John Hawkin, invited me to. He said, "Do you want to lead the last round, the fourth round of an exercise, a structure that we were working on the whole day, pretty much, before this evening activity." And there were four rounds because there were four groups of four people, and the other assistant led the second round. Teacher came back in for the third round, and then just asked me in the middle of the third round, would you like to lead the fourth round? And so, better say yes. So I did, and fretted for a bit, because of all the things. If you know me, you may or may not empathize. And yeah, it's a curious thing. It's like, why was I, nervous, or why was there any doubt that, it wouldn't be a success? And it's a really rich conversation with myself, in terms of like, what lives in me as to what I believe I'm capable of, or deserving of, or what's the other word that I was thinking of? Sort of like, let me pause this for a second while I think of the word. Anyway, I can't think of it. It's something like justified or something like that. That I have the right to do, I suppose. Yeah, it's really a relevant theme for me. Anyway, that's my celebration for tonight. It's slight sad sort of note in this sharing because yeah, well, it was lovely to see Katka again, Katerina. Haven't seen her all week, and she announced to us that we should take off our bedding before we begin our morning work. So before 10, we would have our bedding off. So that's kind of like, yeah, the sad herald of the end of this week together. I love this group so much, not just because they're the first group who have received me as a facilitator under the watchful wing of John Hawken and Bodhi as well. But you see, you walked into this, it was fate. But it's okay. It's everybody wants you. But I'm just ending anyway. Okay. So, yeah. This is the thing. What was I just saying? Yeah, celebrating this fact that came away doing two things that I didn't expect to be doing. Okay, 3 things, or maybe 4 actually. 4 seems to be a lucky number, does it? Yeah, as I was standing there facilitating, I felt really strongly, because it's a battle of ego as well and vanity. Like if you're not in the beginning, for most of us, I think, or says I, at least like in my experience, because it's feeling like, yeah, what right do I have? Oh, there's other people here that are better at explaining and being grounded and good with timing and with the language, and because everything was being translated to Czech. And I really felt like there was an equal exchange of energy, really special. I've never kind of quite experienced it like this recently, and it was like this group is receiving me and allowing me to facilitate them. And that was, yeah, I know it sounds silly and kind of cliched probably, but it's true. That's what I felt. And whenever I felt myself wandering off, if I did, then I just brought myself back to this fact, and it just really touched my heart. Anyway, it's quite a demanding structure in terms of like, okay, 1 minute for this, 1 minute for that, maybe 2 minutes for that, and 2 minutes for this. Then the next part is 5 minutes, and the next part is 2 minutes. So it really kept me on my toes, and yeah, feeling so grateful. There was another facilitation I did. Oh yeah, for the Bazaar. So that was 2 things externally that, wow, unbelievable, got to do. And yeah, lots of other things. Got into a big old argument with the boss man. So that, well, at least for me, it was a big old argument. It isn't in the whole scheme of things, but for me, it was a big deal. It really triggered all that stuff about authority and us, the kind of, yeah, authority and teachers and things like that. Teachers and older men, father figures, I suppose. And the most amazing thing as well, losing something out on a long nature walk and then having it returned to you in your hand, the next day when you lost it. But I did make an announcement to the whole group, announcing that I'd lost my banshee earring. Ta-da, which I love. And a lovely couple presented it to me during the lunch break, but not without teasing me first to see how much I'd pay for it. With the currency of erotic punishment, of course. So there you go. That's me today. I'll be seeing you soon. Chiffy Mayor who in Yaran, no Ache Ganella or somewhere else. And it's been a great journey. And sure, you probably get a few more videos from me before the day is out. Okay, love you loads, and we'll be talking to you soon, I suppose. Okay, thanks for being here.